Related party transactions generally means any transaction which is entered into by a company with its related party. You will find the definition of related party in section 2 subsection 76 of Companies Act 2013. Basically it is giving a big list of related parties. Related parties would necessarily mean, as provided in section 2 subsection 76, would be a director, it might be a key managerial personnel, or it might be a partnership firm, or it might be a private limited company or a public company, basically with where my directors are interested. If a company wants to enter into a transaction with related party, it will be considered as related party transactions. One important thing to be noted here, all transactions with related parties, approval is not necessarily required. Only the transactions which is specified in section 188 of Companies Act 2013 requires approval as specified in that section. Section 188 stipulates two kinds of approval. One, before entering into the contract, either it will be board of directors approval or it might be shareholders approval. How do I have to take approval from the shareholders? Shareholders approval will be taken by way of passing a ordinary resolution. So now let us get into section 188, which specifically says for what type of transactions with related parties which require either board of directors approval or shareholders approval. Section 188 specifies following types of transactions. One, the transactions it might be with related parties for sale, purchase or supply of any goods or materials, or selling or otherwise disposing of or buying property of any kind, or lease of any property of any kind, or availing or rendering any services, which was earlier not there in 1956 Act, they have inserted in 2013 Act. Then appointment any agents for purchase or sale of goods or materials or any services or property, or if such related party has to be appointed in an office or place of profit. An office or place of profit is nothing but if a director has to be appointed in a different capacity other than just being a non-executive director, or if a relative of a director wants to be appointed in office or place of profit, then the provisions of section 188 will get attracted. And even for underwriting the subscription of any securities or derivatives, if I am appointing my relative as underwriter, then the provisions of section 188 will get attracted. Accordingly, we need to take approval. The first important instance specified in section 188 is prior to entering into the transaction, a board approval is necessary by way of passing a resolution of the board of directors. If there are some criteria which is being specified in the rules, if I meet the specific criteria, then in addition to board approval, before entering into the transaction, I should ensure that I should take the shareholders approvals also. So the transactions which is specified over there which require shareholders approval are specifically like if the sale, purchase or it might be purchase of materials or goods, if it exceeds 5% of the annual turnover, or if the disposing or buying of the property in excess of 10% of the net worth, or if such related parties appointment where the salary which is being paid to that related party in office or place of profit is in excess of rupees 2.5 lakhs per month. In these circumstances, only board resolution is not sufficient. In addition to that, we have to take shareholders approval also. Now, the whole provisions of section 188 itself will not get attracted if the transaction is done at arm's length basis. Arm's length means basically with respect to like I am not showing parity to my related party. I am dealing both related parties as well as unrelated parties in the same sense. If I am doing the transactions at arm's length basis and in the ordinary course of business, the whole section of 188 itself will not get attracted. So basically related party transactions are any transactions with related party. However, all transactions with related parties does not require approval. Only the transactions which is specified in section 188 will get attracted, and only the provisions specified in section 188 we have to take the necessary approvals as specified in that section.